Hi there. Welcome to your short mini yoga flow. My name is Christy. This is Olivia. She's going to be helping me with the poses today as I call them out. Remember, we're taking what we need today, what comes to us naturally. We're meeting ourselves where we are. If we need a modification, we're taking a modification. If we need a little more power, a little more amp up in our practice, we're going to go ahead and add those things in. Don't feel like you need my permission for those things. Again, this is your space. Remember to work with your breath. Use my words as your guide. Take a break when you need. Take water when you need. And have some fun. With that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to come to bringing our big toes to touch, knees out wide. And see if you can go ahead and let your head make a connection with the mat. Maybe your nose. Send those arms out long in front of you. Spread those fingers wide. Begin to softly press into the mat with your palms, making that connection with the earth. Begin to soften through those shoulders. Allow those hips to sink down and back. And then just begin to bring some awareness to your breath today. Taking a moment to scan your body. See how you feel this afternoon. Acknowledging those feelings, taking notes. Beginning to take notice of what's in your head, those thoughts swirling around. And then allowing yourself to put all those things to the side for this short 15 minutes that we're together. Giving yourself the space, the opportunity to be completely present here on your mat with your breath. Take a big inhale in through your nose. Fill all the way up with fresh breath. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Just like that, big breath in, feeling your belly, feeling your back, everything expanding out in opposite directions. Open up, let it go. And one more cleansing breath. Inhale through that nose. Open up, sigh it out. Begin to cultivate your yogi breath for your practice today. Maybe that's sealing off those lips, building that ujjayi breath, that constriction in the back of the throat. Maybe it's inhaling through that nose, parting those lips, and exhaling through your mouth. You're checking in, you're seeing what works for you today, what you need. Setting that breath, that focus. And when you're ready, push yourself up onto those palms. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Work your way into that cat-cow, that tabletop. Beautiful alignment. Staring between those palms, right below you on the mat. Press into those hands. Inhale, drop your belly towards the floor. Take your gaze forward. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, curl through your spine, push through your palms. Inhale, belly hangs, gaze goes forward. Exhale, curl chin to chest, really arching through that spine. One more, inhale, drop your belly, take your gaze forward. Exhale, curl chin to chest. And then back to that neutral spine. Stacking those shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Nice straight spine. Gaze right below you between those palms. Tuck your toes. Push your hips high, downward facing dog. Sink those heels down and back towards the floor. Soften those knees as much as you need. Don't forget that connection with those palms into the earth, spreading those fingers wide, giving you some support here. Dropping the crown of your head down towards the ground, taking that gaze back between your legs. Attempting to soften through the shoulders. Nice long spine, beautiful. Big breath in. Open up, let it go. Again, inhale. Your exhale. 2 more big breaths here. Big breath in. Let it go. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring that foot in front of your nose, right between those palms. Slowly lift your chest. Head comes up last. When you're ready, bring those arms up by your ears. Crescent lunge. Coming onto those back toes, shooting that back heel high. Beautiful. Nice square hips to the front of the room. Go walk that foot back where you had it. A little bit more. To the right. To the right. Stacking that front knee over that front ankle, lifting that back thigh. Big breath in. Open up, let it go. Set your focus, your determination here. We have a couple more breaths. Keep shooting that back heel up. Keep pulling that back thigh up towards the sky like it's on a string. Feeling that crown of the head rising. Attempting to pull those shoulder blades onto that spine. Slowly plant that back foot, open up towards the window, park those arms, warrior 2. Set your gaze out over that right middle finger. Nice bend in that front knee, stacked over that ankle. Maybe wiggle walking your feet out if you need more space. Make sure you feel this in your body. You set yourself up. We're pressing into that back foot. We're energetically pulling our thighs together. Lengthening up through that spine. Keep breathing. Use that breath to give you the power to stay. You feel the wobbles, you feel the shakes, your body's working. Flip your front palm, go up, go back. And then bring that right elbow to your right knee or your right hand inside your right foot for extended side angle. Setting your gaze down at those right toes, maybe taking that left arm up towards the sky, gazing up over those top fingers. Beautiful, yes. Nice job. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Set that gaze. Come to that edge. Make sure you're breathing. You're pressing into both feet. Nice job. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let's do 1 more breath like that. Big breath in. Big exhale. Slowly come back up, arms to a T. Gaze out over that right middle finger. Flip that front palm. Take that hand towards the sky. Take that back hand down that back leg. Reverse your warrior. Take your gaze up over those top fingers. And then take those hands, bring your front foot, both hands to the mat. Bring your right foot back to meet your left, high plank. Bend your arms, lower down, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Nice job. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Let's do it one more time. We won't hold the poses quite as long this round. We'll move a little bit faster. Inhale that right leg up. Press into those palms. Exhale, bring that foot forward between those hands. When you're ready, lift your chest slowly. Head comes up last. Shoot those arms up by your ears. Stay on those back toes. Shoot that back heel up. Crescent lunge. Nice job. See if you can bend into that front knee. Just a hair. Stacking that knee over that ankle. Nice job lifting that back heel. Squaring those hips to the front of the room. Slowly plant that back foot, open up towards the window, warrior two, arms to a T. Set your gaze out over that right middle finger. Shoulders are nice and soft. Bring that right elbow to your right knee or take that hand inside that right foot to the floor to a block for extended side angle. Remember, if you like, part those arms, stack those shoulders. Take that left arm up towards the sky. Spark some energy through those fingers. Keep that bend in that front knee. Stay in the work, the 90-degree bend if you can. There you go. Pressing into that back foot equally, giving you power. Balance through your body. Nice, Olivia. Now maybe you take your gaze up over those top fingers this time. Yes! Nice job. Slowly come back up, arms to apart. Take your gaze out over that front middle finger. Stay in that front knee. Yes. Flip that front palm. Send that hand up towards the sky. Left hand down that back leg. No weight on that back hand. Now take those hands to the mat. Frame your foot. Take your flow. Right leg back. High to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bring that foot forward between those palms. Slowly lift your chest when you're ready. Head comes up last. You're on those back toes. Bring those arms up along by your ears. Take your time to set yourself up. There's no rush. You want a 90-degree bend in that front knee if it's possible. You want that back thigh pulling out towards the sky like it's on a string. Yes. That back heel is up higher than you think. You feel those ballerina toes on that back foot. Nice job softening through those shoulders just a little bit. Maybe even cactusing those arms. Yeah. When you're ready, plant that back foot. Open up, part those arms. Send that gaze out over that front middle finger. Warrior two. Pressing into both feet, firing up through those inner thighs. Trying not to take that front knee over those front toes. You're lengthening up through your spine, up through the crown of your head as you sink into those legs. Trying to soften those shoulders. Trying to engage through that core. Dropping that left elbow to that left knee or hand inside that left foot. Stacking those shoulders, sending that top arm up for extended side ankle. Taking that gaze up over those fingers, sparking that energy up and out. Sinking into those legs as you reach for the sky. Feel the separation through those shoulders, the opening. Feel the fire through those legs, through those thighs. Feel that breath. Sometimes when we get into these poses, we get into the movements, we get into the balancing stuff, we tend to hold our breath. Try not to do that. Try and breathe through these poses, these postures. Send your breath where you need it, where there's tightness, tension. Slowly come back up, arms to apart, pressing into both feet, keeping that bend in that front knee, setting that gaze out over that front middle finger. Flip your front palm to face the ceiling. Send that hand up towards the sky, back hand down that back leg. Take your gaze up over those top fingers. Feel the stretch. And then take both hands to the mat. Frame your front foot. Send that left leg back. Take your chaturanga, your vinyasa, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Big breath in. Open up, let it go. Another one, big breath in. Open up, side out. One more. Inhale your biggest breath of your day. Open up and let it go. And then walk your feet to your hands. Take tiny steps. Forward fold, top of the mat. And then slowly find your way to an easy seat. Take your bum to the mat. And bring your soles of your feet together. Let those knees fall open for butterfly pose. If you want to make this more intense, you're going to bring your heels towards your belly. If you don't want the intensity, take those toes out towards the front of the room. Once you found how you want your legs, let those knees fall open. Lengthen up through your spine. Feel the crown of your head growing up, bringing your tailbone down. Nice butterfly. Letting those knees be soft. Coming back to that breath if you've lost that connection. Inhale through your nose. Choosing your exhale. And then bring those knees into your chest and slowly roll to your back. Take your time getting there. Squeeze those knees and rock to the right, to the left. A couple times on that spine. And then send your legs up to the sky. Point flex those toes. Point those toes to the sky. Bring those toes back towards your nose. Move through those movements a couple times. Yeah, feel the cracks, the pops. Maybe take some rolls through those ankles. Letting those shoulders rest on the mat. Maybe even closing your eyes here, signaling to your body that your practice is coming to an end. And then when you're ready, let those legs fall to the mat. And take your legs out wider than you think. Let those toes fall out to the outer edges of your mat. Bring your arms long by your torso. Let your palms face the ceiling to receive your practice. Flip those palms to face the floor for more grounding today. You choose. What's more comfortable? What do you need in the moment? What feels good in your body? As a yoga community, let's take a big breath in. Open your mouth, side out. Another one, even deeper. Big breath in. Hold at the top. Open up, let it go. This last inhale, find space. Fill all the way up with fresh breath. Open your mouth, push it all out. Savasana, your deep rest pose here. I'm going to give you a couple moments here to just be still. Just have a moment. I'll guide you out of your Shavasana today. So feel free to melt, to completely surrender. And when you're ready, begin to bring a little awareness back into your bodies. Wiggling through fingers and toes. Maybe stretching out in opposite directions for a big good morning stretch. And with your eyes closed, bringing your knees into your chest and slowly making your way to your favorite side for sleeping baby. Taking a moment in this fetal position to let go. To let go of all those things you're holding on to that don't bring you any joy. Things you're holding on to that take up space that don't deserve that space. Let all the yuck, the junk, the negativity, let it go, leave it here. Make space for what you want in your world, for those things that bring you joy and happiness. And when you're ready, slowly make your way to an easy seat. Hands at heart center if you like. Thank you for joining us today. Again, my name's Christy. This is Olivia. It was an honor to have you. It was an honor to flow. If you like, together we say, Namaste. Bye-bye.